What's up guys, Nguyen here for OG Fitness, and in today's video I want to talk about Bjj Mace conceptual versus practical martial arts. Okay, so before I get started, take a second to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Okay, so let me get right into it. Bjj Mace, I heard his name thrown around a little bit, and so I decided to go check him out. And yeah, so I watched his videos, and surprisingly, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was, I got nostalgic, right? I think that's the right word for it, because the thing is, I like the way he talks about it. He's very well spoken, very articulate. Quality videos are good. The guy's presentable. You know, video quality is great, and it brought me back to my beginnings in martial arts, because I started off as a traditional martial art guy. Okay, so I started off in Kung Fu, then I went off to Taekwondo, and then I did some self-defense, and then from there I stopped for like 10 years not doing anything. I was busy partying. And then from there, when I was 30, I started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and then, you know, boxing, Muay Thai, wrestling, and then boom, I ended up in Judo, and that's where I am right now. So it brought me back to that time when, you know, I fell in love with Bruce Lee, and I was doing the Kung Fu thing, and you know, it was nice. It was nice. It was, and then I thought about it. I'm like, okay, there's nothing inherently wrong with what he's saying, okay? But there is two types of martial arts at this point. This is the way I see it. You have the conceptual martial art, and then you have the practical martial arts. So the practical martial arts would be martial arts that have a lot of sparring in it and have been pressure tested or battle tested, so to speak, you know, in like the UFC or in high level competition such as the Olympics or anything that has like national, international competition. So those are what I mean by practical martial arts, that we know for a fact that it works, okay? Because that's what people use when, you know, they're doing their kickboxing, their boxing, their you know, their taekwondo and this, that. I mean, of course there's rules and stuff, but hey, you know, like, just this is the stuff that works. And I think the closest thing we have to be able to assess what works or not for now is the UFC. Okay, so then when I say conceptual, okay, I'm talking about the traditional, most of the time, the traditional martial arts, but that don't have that level of sparring, pressure testing, and also that have those types of competition that could bring them to like these super high levels. Okay, so it's not to say that concepts don't work. Concepts have to be tested, so then after that you can bring them on to the practical side. So a lot of the times I think that what people don't realize is that you have to start with the practical stuff, or at least you have to do them both at the same time. But if you're limited in time, do something practical, okay, a practical martial art that you know works 100%. Okay, that's battle tested, that you could, you know, and then from there you could add on the how do you say, the conceptual martial arts. Okay, because I believe that there's a lot that the conceptual martial arts have to teach us. There's a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge there. But the thing is, you have to take those concepts and adapt them so that they can work in the practical realm of martial arts. Okay, so, and it got me thinking, and that's what I came up with for now. So, you know, it's not like when I was looking at what Bjj Mace was showing, you know, like he was talking about tiger claw, you know, and, you know, these different animal styles when he was applying his self-defense techniques and stuff like that. And the truth is, all of this works in concept, and all of it can work, but it has to be rooted in practicality. So you have to adapt it so that, you know, you're able to use it, right? And the thing is, if you just do conceptual martial arts, okay, and you have no fundamentals of the practical martial arts, that's where like you're gonna get surprised. And oh, let me just focus that for you guys. So that's when you're gonna get surprised, and not in a good way. You know, like if ever something goes down, or maybe if it's the first time you walk into a boxing gym, kickboxing gym, or Muay Thai gym, or even like any grappling sports like BJJ. That's where you're like, holy shit, none of this stuff I know works. And then you get, you know, like you're like, oh man, I just spent like the last 10 fucking years training this shit and it doesn't work, and you get kind of discouraged. And there's a dude that's called Rokas, and he's an Aikido guy that tested out his Aikido, which I thought was very brave of him, on YouTube against an MMA guy, got like manhandled, you know, and then realized that, holy shit, none of this stuff that I learned all this time, and he was like a master, had his school and everything, none of this stuff works, kind of, you know. So, but he's reinventing himself, and now he's trying to learn the practical martial arts so he could have a foundation, and then from there he could take whatever he needs take whatever he can in Aikido, and then fine tune it and adapt it, right, in the practical realm. So hats off to that guy. I think that's really cool, and I think that's what you have to do, instead of, if you're a person that does just conceptual martial arts, right, Wing Chun, that's something I consider conceptual. Okay, people will argue against it and say that, oh no, but it was invented for the streets and stuff like that. Doesn't work. Okay, so like, don't give me that shit. All right, like it just doesn't. And the truth is that it only works if possibly the guy in front of you is fighting the exact same style, you know. But you throw in a Wing Chun guy and a boxer, you know, or a kickboxer, whatever, he's gonna get killed, you know. 99.9% of the time, you know, if not more. So that's what I'm saying. So when I say conceptual, I mean stuff that's, you know, Wing Chun I would consider conceptual, Kung Fu conceptual. Okay, at this point, once again, not to say that certain things can't be adapted once you learn the practical side of things, practical martial arts, so that you can fill in the holes and everything. And what else do I consider practical? Yeah, Wing Chun, Kung Fu in general, and yeah, but you guys know what I mean. Anything that doesn't have any sparring. Okay, so to reiterate, you have conceptual, practical. Learn the practical stuff first, add in the conceptual afterwards. Once you have that really fundamental understanding of the practical stuff, then you can add in the conceptual. If you could do both at the same time, it would be great, because you could contrast like right away, right? And I think that there's a lot to be learned, and a lot of things that haven't appeared yet in the MMA world, you know, because you know, like it's not that it doesn't work, it's just that it hasn't been brought to the practical side of things, practical martial arts, and adapted. Okay, but I think that's where we're going with this, because more and more now people are going, now that they've started mastering the practical martial arts, such as wrestling, boxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, and you know, some forms of like judo or and stuff like that. So now that guys are mastering this, everybody knows these practical martial arts already. So you gotta go back to the conceptual martial arts, where there's so much things there, and you gotta find certain things to have that edge, and then bring it into your game, right? And so I think that's where that's where it's headed with MMA. Other than that, after today, watching like Jake Mace and stuff like that, it made me think, and because of it, I think I have this newfound respect for conceptual martial arts. But the thing is, you still have to be rooted in reality. So you have to have a fundamental understanding and be training too in practical martial arts. Stuff that I like to call real shit. But it's not that the other thing is fake. It's that this one really works, but for now. And then the concepts, we got to take what, like Bruce Lee said, we got to take what's useful and discard the rest. But here's the thing though, there's so much unlimited potential there, because what works for me, okay, it might not work for you. And then what doesn't work for me might actually work for you, because you were able to adapt it to your style, your body, your movement, your whatever, so I mean, wow, it's a very exciting time, because now that we've pretty much mastered all the practical martial arts, okay, now we're starting to see more concepts coming in from the traditional arts. So man, it's a good time. It's a good time, and you're gonna see some people are gonna be able to apply this, so I think that we all have to have an open mind in regards to these two types of martial arts, like the traditional, which like I'll just call conceptual for now, and then the practical ones, like the combat sports. Okay, so it'd be great, and I think this is what's gonna happen. The two are gonna like fuse, and it's gonna take a little bit of time, but it's gonna be a hell of a show to watch all this shit on TV and see what the next generation and the next generation could come up with, and what they could do, in actual combat, under pressure and shit like that. It's gonna be great, guys. So that's my opinion. Listen, leave a comment below, subscribe to my channel, like my channel, share it. All that helps me to grow. And yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Just be respectful though, because I will delete your damn comment. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you guys next time. Peace.